This is Aussie Mac Zone. We'll cover everything Apple, including Macs, iPhones, iPads, and more. All this from an Aussie perspective. Sit back, relax, and insert yourself into the zone. The Aussie Mac Zone.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Aussie Mac Zone number 301. Awesome, 301. Thanks, everyone, for last week. Zarn, how are you?
I'm great, Michael. How are you?
Very good, thank you. A bit weary after an early start, but we'll be right.
Yep.
So, we had Apple's event this morning,
We did.
Australian time, and so we'll just run through it. There was a great animated video of Apple history and products. It was really well done.
It was.
Yeah, Tim Cook came out and the customer's the center of everything we do at Apple. And then because we have got such a big day, a huge morning with truly big announcements, starting with Apple Arcade.
Yes, Apple Arcade.
Yes,
So well, we now have a price. I almost got it right. I said $7.50. They've said $7.99 Australian. So that's excellent. I can't wait. It's dropping in 10 days, I think. Today's the 9th. Yep. So in 10 days we'll get it. We'll probably get it on the 20th. But yeah, so it's around 10 to 11 days it's going to be out. It's $7.99 family share. Means the whole family can use it for $7.99, which is a fantastic price. I'm going...
Like you said, it's like the price of a video rental.
It is. It's you can't we don't hire games anymore anyway. But there's nowhere to hire games anymore. All the blockbusters and that sort of stuff are all gone. But when you'd go and hire a game from there, they'd be about that price anyway. So you're paying that a month, and you're getting they said that 100 games with release, and there'll be new games every month. Yep. So this is amazing. So they gave a talk about how it's going to work, and with the family share, everything like that.
Yeah.
Her name was Anne, that's right. Yeah. Anne for Apple Arcade, and then she brought out people from what was it? Hang on a second, I've got it written down. Give me 2 seconds.
The Kamani?
Yeah, Kamani. There we go. Yep. The first demo was from Kamani, and it was Frogger in Toy Town. It looked awesome. I love Frogger, so this game bring back some memories. And looking at the style, it's a new layout, it's a new format. The animation is fantastic. It's very kid friendly and still lots of fun though. Then Capcom, we all know who Capcom is. They do Street Fighter, that sort of stuff. So I don't really need to say any more than Capcom. They had a demo called Into the Depths. It's a futuristic game. It's about the world is now iced over, and your character needs to collect things under the water to survive. And it also needs to battle this monster. You've got to shoot while sort of jet propelled backwards in the water. Look quite, fun, but difficult. It looked like you'd enjoy it. He also said that they did all the music and all the sounds underwater. So it had that authentic sound, so the music and everything, like when a rock drops and all that sort of stuff, and it has that underwater sound. It was amazing. I loved it. I was really excited for that. And then the last demo was from Annapurna. Annapurna, thank you.
Yeah.
Interactive, and it's Sayonara Wild Heart. This game was intense. It was very fast. And collecting, it's similar, what could I sort of maybe a cross between Mario Kart and Sonic, for speed, collecting hearts, jumping, fighting, and all that sort of stuff all at once. Again, just so fast, so bright, brilliant animation. I loved it as well. A completely different game to the other two. All three games were very different to each other. And all of them were stunning in their own right. What else can I say about Apple Arcade except for I can't wait. I really can't. I've only got 10 more days until it's here, and then it's only $7.99 a month. Family share. That means you, me, the rest of the family can all have it.
5 of us.
Yep.
5 family members.
That's right. Mason will get it.
150 countries.
Yep.
On launch, unlimited access to 100 plus new games rolling out later this year. Share your subscription with up to 5 family members, ad free and no additional purchases necessary.
Yep.
Start playing on one device, then pick up another. So it's going to play on your Mac and your iPhone and your iPad, your Apple TV.
Yep.
Download to play online or offline.
That's right.
So you can set up a game and take it on your airplane with you or whatever.
Which would be excellent.
Yeah, you decide whether to share your personal data or not with the people that have written the game.
Yeah, that's right. That's the great thing too with all these new all these new Apple products is you don't have to share your data if you don't want to.
Yes.
And the privacy that they're offering is fantastic as well. Also, 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, is it? Sayonara Wildheart will drop a full trailer. So we'll be able to see.
To look forward to.
Yeah, so we'll be able to get to see more of that, which I'm looking forward to that. So that'll be great.
Works with screen time and parental controls.
Yes, so you can parental controls. It means if the kids are playing the game, you can lock it down. They can't get into anything else. They can just play the game and be happy.
Yeah. And as a parent, you can say it's time to go to bed.
Yep. That's right. So, other than that, I did have a couple other things actually.
Yeah.
Just let me go through my notes here. I say notes, but I don't mean it. What's that? I don't know. Oh no, that's why I can't find it. It's over here. Okay, I've got it open. Oh, just on a side note, that's right. That's what I wanted to talk about. On a side note, not to do with games. Oh, well, it is because you always listen to music and play games and that sort of thing. Sorry. Sony bringing back the Walkman.
Yeah.
Now, it's not the cassette player or the, and then when you had the Discman and that sort of stuff. It will be an MP3 style player. But it looks cool. It's got a touch screen, so similar to your iPod, sorry.
Yeah.
And that sort of thing. I don't know if we're going to get it. Unfortunately, we might have to sort of, get online and order one, from Europe.
Yeah.
But it does look cool. And it was I was reading an article yesterday or the day before. Yeah, it was on Monday. And I seen it and I got all nostalgic for it because I had one of the yellow Sony Walkmans. It was a waterproof one, had the latch across it and everything like that, for my tapes. And I loved it so much. It lasted forever. I don't even think it stopped working. I think I just stopped using it because I got a Discman. So so it'll be out. I didn't say when it's coming out. It said soon. And they're only sort of going to drop it in certain places in Europe for testing first, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And then if it does pick up, that sort of thing always does pick up over there. It doesn't so much here or in the States. Like mini disc and all that sort of stuff took off over there. And so hopefully it does pick up a little bit. We may see them here. If not, we might have to, order them straight from Sony.
Yeah.
Yep. That's all really. That's all I've got for gaming and a little bit of
Excellent.
nostalgia.
Yeah. All right. Excellent.
Back to you, Michael.
Thank you. Yes. They went back to Tim Cook then to talk about Apple TV Plus. Now, he said the 3 trailers that have been released so far have been viewed by over 100 million times. And then he showed us the SEE trailer.
Oh, man.
Jason Momoa. Is that the right way to say his
That
name?
is. Actually, I know how to say that one. That's the right one.
And I wasn't really interested in the first place, but actually watching the trailer made me interested just to see how, because it's in the future and something's happened to everybody and nearly everybody's blind. Right? So they showed you walking across bridges, how they were walking across rope bridges, how a blind person would have to do it, and things like that. And they actually got feedback from blind people, how helping them make helping them make the show. I was going to say movie, but it's not a movie. It's
a series.
Yeah. So so I went from not being interested to interested.
I like Jason Momoa. I think he's a great actor. I've been watching him in Frontier and things like that on Netflix. Yeah. And so when they said that he's going to be in it, I thought, oh, awesome. He's also in was it Stargate Atlantis and stuff like that. So he's always been there with his sci-fi fans.
Yeah. And
when I seen this, I was, oh, yeah, okay, another sci-fi that's in the future and yada yada yada. But the premise is great. They, all adults are blind. And the story as it begins, some say it was Mother Nature did it to repair herself. Some say it was God to punish us for what we'd done to the earth. It's the way it was said. It was fantastic. I think it'll be good. The trailer will be in our links and our notes.
Yep.
Watch it, please. Watch it. You, especially sci-fi fans that are out there that also our fans.
Yeah.
Check it out. It looks great. I can't wait.
So it's
there's going to be a lot of that, by the way, today, people. I can't wait. I'm going to say that a lot.
So Apple TV Plus, November 1st in 100 plus countries. Again, $7.99. But if you buy an iPhone, an iPad, an iPod Touch, a Mac, or an Apple TV, you get 1 year for free. So I think that's a great way of getting people in, especially now. Like a lot of people, pardon me, a lot of people now are going to be buying an iPhone or an iPad, and maybe even an Apple TV for the gaming.
Yep.
And you can get your videos as well. So I think very clever Apple.
I think so too.
And then we got news about a new iPad. Now, this year, they've revamped the entire lineup.
Is it a new iPad or is it just a better iPad?
Well, it's Generation 7 iPad.
Yeah.
It is new, yes.
They've taken the... Yeah, sorry, continue.
Yeah. They've revamped the entire lineup, pushing further with the new iPad OS. There's over 1 million apps designed specifically for iPad with a larger screen. And then we got Joz to tell us about the newest iPad. So the newest 7th gen iPad, a 10.2 Retina display, 3.5 million pixels. It's got the A10 Fusion chip, which is 2 times faster than the top-selling PC.
That was fantastic. I love that.
Yeah. The smart connector, so you can use the Apple keyboard.
Yeah, which is very cool too.
Yeah. He did an iPad OS demo. It's made from a 100% recycled for the enclosure.
Yep.
The starting price $5.29 Australian or $4.99 for the education division. We think about that price.
So how much is it brand new again?
$5.29.
That's a good price.
$4.99 education. That's a great price.
Yep.
Then we went back to Tim Cook again, and we got a video sharing impact of how it saves lives. A deaf person can get notified when their baby wakes up.
Yep.
How we're all getting healthier by measuring our heart rate, or our just trying to close our rings in fun, or exercising more, or having the challenges between each other.
Yep.
Was very inspiring and nearly tear jerking when the guy was talking about how it saved all these people were talking about how it saved their lives.
Yes.
Or one case, one lady, she was pregnant. It started to tell her to go and see the doctor, and it saved the baby's life more than her life.
That's amazing.
Or one kid who's a bit anxious about lots of noises, like just going to a football match or a basketball match drives him crazy. But he likes doing running, so he puts his headphones on and just goes for a run.
Yep.
And he's just got his he just got his music playing on his watch, or whatever he wants to listen to on his watch while he's running. Keeps him focused. So yeah. Then we're talking about how it's helping with health research, because there's so many people wearing it, and so much data is being gathered without even knowing who it is. And so there's an Apple hearing study coming up, because they've just done the heart one, which is with the World Health Organization and the University of Michigan. There's a cycle tracking one for the ladies, which is with Harvard and National Institute of Health, I think.
Yep.
There's another one, which I forgot what that was, but anyway, that's with AHA and Bingham Hospital. I can't remember what that one was testing now, and I haven't got it written down. But later this year, there will be an Apple Research app. So whether we get that in Australia straight away or not, but yeah, you just be able to join the health studies. You can decide how much data, again, you want to give them or not give them. But yeah, it's helping everybody, all right, just by getting all of this information.
A great device. What a great device.
It is. It's also got some new textures in it now. You got a white ceramic one and black stainless steel. It's a couple. There's new Hermes bands and new Nike bands. So yeah. Then we got our Apple Watch, a video, the Series 5. The Series 5, it's got an always-on display. The display is still getting 18 hours of battery life, even though it's always on, because of what it does, it dims the screen down a lot, but so you can still see it. So if you're exercising, for example, and you don't have to move your wrist up 90 degrees to see it, you only got to move your wrist a little bit, you'll be able to see it. It's got a built-in compass now, and you can get your latitude, your longitude, and your elevation all on one face. And also the SOS calling, pardon me again, on the cellular model, that'll do international calling. So if it works out that you're an American who's in Australia at the time, it won't ring 911, it'll ring 000, for example.
Excellent.
Yeah. Again, the aluminium one's 100% recycled. So you've got two new titanium and a ceramic in white. Yeah, the Hermes stainless steel. Now they're from $649. You can order today for delivery on September 20, and $799 for the cellular. Again, order today, delivery September 20. And they are keeping the Series 3, which is starting at $399 Australian.
Excellent.
Yeah. So that's keeping it all, giving you a chance to buy one for the kids as well as yourself, for example.
Yep.
Yeah. Then we went back to Tim Cook. We watched a fun video for the Apple Watch. Now, don't forget, of course, Aussie Mac Zone is brought to you by ATH Web Hosting. And as Glenn told us last week, log on, have a look, build a super quick website. This is for sites that you're going to maintain yourself, and it's not that hard. And you've got great, you can get WordPress information, Joomla information, whatever you want to do. That's one way of doing it. You can build your own in other apps. I've got one that I built on my Mac using specific Mac software. Creates web pages. I just put that up on the website, and there you go. Really simple. Mine's a really simple website, I must admit. Very, very simple. But
well, that's also your motto, isn't it?
Yes, just about.
Yeah, keeping it simple.
Yep. So, but yeah, it does things like specifically designed for iPads, etc., but also the phone. So when you got the mobile, it actually has this thing come down and bounce up and down on the screen saying, do you want to download this to your homepage, for example? If you say no, it goes away, never to be bothered again. Simple as that. So yeah, don't forget, athwebhosting.com.au. Certainly worth going and have a look. And, everybody wants their own webpage, even if it's for a wedding or for a 60th birthday or whatever. There's lots of things, lots of reasons why you can have your own personal webpage. So have a think about that.
Story 5.
Yes, the big one. The iPhones.
Look at those dazzling colours.
Yeah. So we started with the iPhone XR, became the most popular phone in the world. He showed us the newest iPhone video, 2 cameras and lots of colours. The iPhone 11, which was Kian Drance. She's the head of iPhone marketing. Our new colours are white, red, purple, black, green, yellow. It's got a 6.1-inch liquid retina display, spatial audio. So we've got speakers at each end of so when you're actually watching us on YouTube or whatever, you've got spatial audio. Even got Dolby Atmos.
So the purple one's a little bit more lavender than purple.
Yeah.
But that green one's fantastic. It's almost like a vintage combi colour.
Yeah, it is, yes.
Or the Morris Minor, that green. It's sort of, I really like this colour. The green one especially, because I love that. The green's my favourite colour. So I've just seen that green one and I'm like, ooh. When I was only in, was it Vodafone 2 days ago, looking at the new phones because I was thinking I need to update because my phone's a bit older. Well, it wasn't, but this one that I have now is. But if I get one of these ones, I'm definitely buying a safe case. Because as we know on this show, I am bad with phones.
So we got the camera. We've got 12 megapixel wide and a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera on the new iPhone 11. We can now do portraits portrait mode for our pets. Which gives you the
oh my god, that's so good.
We've got night mode, which automatically turns on to give us, going on the samples we've seen so far, superb night shots.
Oh, that'd be great.
It goes from being totally useless to being superb. That was the demos today.
Yeah.
So then we got a video demoing.
Yeah, been able to take photos I love live photos with the boys. The live photos are my favourite because you get that little bit of action, so you know what they're doing and you can see the joy on their faces. Being able to get like night photos out the back with them on the trampoline with the lights behind them and that sort of thing. I can't wait. Like I'd love to. Yeah.
Good example. That's a good example. Yeah. We saw a video demoing video with the wide and the ultra wide lenses. And that they pointed out that all the shots were handheld, so they weren't in gimbals or anything like that. All the shots were handheld that they showed you in the video.
Yep.
Then we've got quick take. So you know how you normally got you've set it up. Say you want you're about to take a picture, so it's set on picture,
Yep.
not set on video. So it's set on picture, and
Yep.
so what you do is you can take a picture, but then you can also hold down the button,
It'll take 15 pictures.
and it'll make it a video.
Oh,
Yes.
that's excellent. I love that.
So you tap and hold to take a photo in photo mode.
Yeah. So the picture I've got up now is for the XR. That's the 10R. I apologise.
The 11, just straight 11.
Oh, this one is it? Sorry.
Oh, what do you got up?
The colourful ones.
Yeah,
they're
the iPhone 11. They're called. Yeah.
iPhone 11, and then I've got the new ones with the 3 camera lenses. Are they not the 11?
We'll come to those.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
come to those.
I'll move away from those then.
Yeah, just go back.
Yep, there we
We
go.
got so we showed the video ad for fun, with fun on it. The 12 megapixel front 4K video, A13 Bionic chip, the fastest ever in a smartphone, and the fastest ever CPU in a smartphone.
Yep.
Fastest ever GPU in a smartphone. Then they showed us another game from a Chinese company called Giant Networks.
Yep.
And the game was Pascal's Wager.
Yep.
So they showed us that, showing us the new graphics, etc. The battery, we get 1 more hour than the 10R.
Yep.
It's got the strongest ever glass on the front and the back. Then they showed us another fun video. Then they handed back to Tim. And we got a video showing 3 cameras. What could it be? We've already had one announcement. What could it be? We got the iPhone 11 Pro.
It looks amazing. That's so cool.
I'll tell you a funny story about it in a minute. So then we got Phil Schiller to come out, and he talked about the new Pro design. And we've got a back matte textured finish.
Yep.
Which is midnight green, space grey, silver, or gold. That's another green for you.
That green, what's it called again?
Midnight green.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's almost like an metallic army green or something. Like
Yes.
it's just very cool.
And then Pro Display, 5.8 or 6.5 inch displays, depending whether you get the Pro or the Pro Max. It's 50% more energy efficient.
Wow.
It's called the Super Retina XDR display. What else can I tell you? So that was some information so far, and then they so this is the first time anyone from the chip design team's been on stage. So they had Trey, who's the vice president for silicon, said, so there's a new machine learning part is 6 times faster and is capable of doing 1 trillion with a T calculations a second. Like
Creepers. That's
just
insane.
And then the best machine learning platform in any phone. It's a 2nd gen 7 nanometer design with 8.5 B for billion transistors, 8.5 billion. Now, this is the amazing bit. This is how much work they've done to sort. This shows you that they're actually doing work. It's got 4 hours more user time, or if it's in the Max, it's got 5 hours more using time.
Yeah.
Like, that's a massive increase. That shows you how much work they've been doing on reducing the load, etc., on the chip itself.
Absolutely.
That comes with the 18-watt fast charge adapter in the box.
Yep.
It's got, pardon me, it comes with 3 cameras, as we said, which is a 12 megapixel wide, a 12 megapixel ultra wide, and a 12 megapixel telephoto.
Wow.
But all three cameras are live. All three cameras focus, even though you haven't decided which, you've just brought it up and you're about to take the photo and you've got your choice of buttons of which lens is your preferred lens.
Can you use all three at once?
Yeah. Right, that's what it does. Yep.
That's fantastic.
Yes, but everything's live and ready to go.
So good.
Yeah. So then demo shots by pros, they showed certain photos, and down the bottom of each of these demo shots has got information about the photo, like the focal point and the speed and all that camera stuff that I've got no idea about.
Yep.
We got sneak peek of Deep Fusion, 9 images, neural engine, a video, 4K 60 frame a second, another demo video, shot and edited on an iPhone Pro. Then they got this magic bit of software which we think is going to be free with in-app purchase.
Yep.
In-app purchase will be one in-app purchase at $20 American, yep. Probably $30 Australian or so.
Yep.
What that lets you do is you can record using your face camera and the back camera. So you can be having an interview with someone.
Yes. And
it'll actually record both cameras at the same time.
Well, that is just well.
and it is the pro camera, right?
Yep.
So it's just got that little bit more grunt, a little bit more faster memory, etc. in it. But yeah, so everyone's saying, "Oh, we're going to take that iPhone to CES next year," which is in January. They're already planning.
Yep.
Because that way they can be doing the interview. They don't have to do it twice.
That's right. Yeah.
Once to record the person they're interviewing, once to record them doing the questions. They can just, there it is, bum.
Yep.
There's like 20 minutes work instead of an hour's work.
Well, that's right.
So it's just like that. Bang. They did another video showing us more about it. They also said they've released new case. They'll have new cases for everyone in the same colours, but they also have clear cases now. So because you like your green so much,
I could get a clear case.
Clear case, show it off straight up.
Yep.
They're going to be able to order from 10 p.m. September 13 for September 20 shipping.
I might send Apple an email and see if they want to give us one to demo.
Yes. So we've got iPhone 8 from. So this is the range of phones that we're going to have.
Yep.
Sorry, iPhone 8, $7.99 Australian. iPhone 8 Plus from $9.49 Australian. We're still going to have the iPhone XR from $1,049 Australian. We're going to have the iPhone 11 from $1,199 Australian. The iPhone 11 Pro from $1,749 Australian, or the iPhone 11 Pro Max from $1,899. Now that's, I think the last year's Max was about $2,100 for the base model.
Yep.
That's how much it's come down. So yeah, you've got night mode, you've got just 4K, just everything going on. It's just
4K.
Yeah.
Oh, on your phone.
Yeah.
You're popular.
Keeps going off.
I didn't realise you're so popular. I mean, I know you're the host of a widely seen podcast, but
So then that was the end of the phone information. Then Deirdre came in to tell us about. She gave out a huge shout out to the retail team members.
Yep.
And said that at the retail stores now, you'll be able to go in and they'll have a thing called the Apple Watch Studio for Series 5. So you can choose nearly 1,000 ways to combine the choices for the watch, the band, the strap.
Yep.
There's so many choices now. nearly 1,000 ways to combine all the choices. So we've also got cheaper prices again because you've got the Apple trade-ins now. And also there's the low monthly payment system. I haven't checked out whether that's Australian-based yet.
Yeah, that'd be good to know.
Hoping to do that tomorrow.
Excellent.
That's using the Apple, not through
Apple Finance.
Yeah, not through Vodafone, etc.
Yeah, straight through Apple.
Yeah,
that'd be a better way to go, I think. Anyway.
Yeah. So then, they also said there the Fifth Avenue store, which has got this magic. It's got the glass. That's the one with the glass cube on it.
Yep.
Which has just gone back up, but that's in an iridescent, all different iridescent colours at the moment. I don't know whether that's a permanent thing or not. Looks awesome. It'll be reopening on September 20, the same day as the iPhone shipping.
Excellent.
You'll see the colours of this iridescent glass frame. It's amazing. So then we went back to Tim Cook. He outlined what the day had happened.
Yep.
Thanks everybody, including all the viewers that have been watching from all around. So there was a couple of things missing that we.
So Glenn Goodman has a question.
Yeah.
And he said, "Should I buy XR or 11? Question mark. Is the 11 worth the extra $150 ish?"
We get extra hours battery life from it for a start. You get what's something else we can get? I think the cameras are better. You get the new. There's a few other things with the camera that I haven't mentioned there. Have to go back and look them up.
And with all new devices at the moment, if you're buying one, you are getting Apple TV Plus.
I think you get that, but if you bought an 10R as well.
That's true. We do. Yeah.
I think. For $150, I know I'd be buying the newest one.
Yeah, me too. Extra $150, I'd buy the new one.
Yeah, so when it comes to iOS 17, you know it's going to work.
Yes.
Like 4 years down the track or
That's
whatever.
right.
But yeah, I think $150. Yeah.
Glenn says, which one are you buying, Michael?
I'm just going to buy the straight out 11. That's what I'm going for, straight up.
Yep.
That's why I'm going there tomorrow to find out about the finance or whether I've got to have the money.
Yep.
Straight up. But yeah, that's the one I'm buying. What colour? Don't know yet.
Green.
Just to annoy you, green.
So when you hand it down to your favourite son-in-law.
That's right. So yeah, we'll get yellow one, make it look like Pokemon. I don't know.
Oh, that's cool too. Yeah.
Entertain the grandkids.
That's it. I wouldn't mind checking the finance out myself actually and getting one as well.
Yeah.
I've got tomorrow off if you're going down.
But yeah, definitely the 11 is what I'm going for. And
he says, I think so. Glenn says, I think I'll do the same. How big? And Kermit green. No, it's not Kermit green.
Well, I'm only going for. I always go for the smallest one.
Oh, right.
Because I've never. This one I had 3,500 photos on it, so it's every time it came for an update. Just recently, when I went to 12.4 or 13, it said, there's not enough room, or you've got to connect it to your Mac to do it, or to your computer.
Yep.
So I actually deleted all my photos, all of them.
We just put them onto your computer and deleted them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
It took a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely going to 11. So yeah, looking forward to it immensely.
Green, Glenn, the green's more of a vintage green. So if you think of the green, what we were talking about earlier, of the old Morris Miners, that green. It's a all I can say is it's a vintage green.
Yeah. So some other funny things.
It also says 64 gig suits me too. Black is black.
Black is black. Yeah.
Oh, black. He says black. Black is back. Sorry. So yes, so he's going to go black.
Now, here's some more stories after the show, right? This is the new iPhone design is horrifying people with an obscure phobia. Apple unveiled its new iPhone 11 Pro, which is loaded with new camera features like a background eliminating portrait mode for headshots, front-facing lens that can take slow-motion video, and 3 separate lenses that take wide-angle shots. That's not quite the way it works, but now Apple is already facing a backlash against the camera's design. People are tweeting about how the 3 lenses are setting off their trypophobia, an aversion to patterns of tightly packed holes that's leaving them disgusted or horrified when they look at the new headsets. So what's the difference between 3 holes and 2 holes on like the iPhone 10 or the iPhone 8 or whatever? You know what I mean? Like, some are even complaining of the off-putting lenses will lead them to skip over the phone. Now,
G'day, Maisie.
Trypophobia is not an officially recognised medical condition, but doesn't mean that people aren't feeling repulsed. How's that for a load of crap?
I need to take a PC pill and shut up.
So, that's the funniest story I've seen in a long time. That one.
If you're scared of a tightly packed hole, then go home.
That's right. Exactly right. Now, another thing that was came out today when people have been looking through the information regarding when you want to buy the new phone, for example. Now, Apple Care Plus monthly plans switched to a subscription model. So last year, Apple rolled out the option to pay monthly for some of its 2 or in some cases 3-year Apple Plus plans for iPhone, iPad, or Apple Watch. Today, Apple quietly changed how it works so customers can buy an indefinite monthly Apple Plus subscription. The plan term is for 1 month. Your plan will automatically renewed each month, and it goes all the way until they can't support the product anymore, or you decide, okay, I've had enough. It doesn't matter whether I break it or not. So there you go.
Yeah,
that's just something, a new way of playing. So you could have it for 4 years and then buy your new phone, for example.
It's just on the whole thing again. If they're sorry, go back to if they're afraid of like 3 tight holes together, is that what they said? I'm not quoting them. It's exactly. Does that mean they can't go bowling?
Probably, quite probably, because there was also other photos of things that have got 3 marks, like a coconut's got 3 marks like that.
That's right, yeah.
Your bowling ball.
Sorry, Glenn, you love the hole.
Yes, it's just, I thought that was just a brilliantly funny bit of information that came in.
Fantastic. Anyway, back to you, Michael. I apologise.
No, that's all right. Yeah, so we've got subscription models coming for the Apple Care Plus now. So you just pay by the month and away you go.
That's great.
There was another story I'm just having a quick look for. So following the new announcement, the iPhone XS series models are now $100 cheaper American at Apple stores.
Yep.
You can get Apple Care Plus for your earbuds, your AirPods, or your Beats system.
Awesome.
As well.
Excellent.
We know about that one. The Golden Master of iOS 13 has been sent to developers. So we weren't sure whether we're getting 13 or what was happening about that, but the Gold Master for 13, which is the one that's going to be shipping.
Yep.
Apple releasing macOS Catalina update in October. So the Macs, and what's interesting about that one?
Sorry, Glenn.
Go for it.
Glenn
Glenn,
again.
yeah, he's on a roll tonight.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's on fire. He says bowling balls, tight packed holes, AMZ after dark. The worst part about that is Glenn is we're like this during the day.
You just get me into trouble now. I'm trying to be so good.
I know, we normally are.
Yes. What else can I say? Yeah. So something else we were expecting today and didn't get was a tag, the Apple tag that will tell us where our keys are if we lose them.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
That didn't come. There was nothing Mac mentioned. So, and now that we've been told we're getting the Catalina update in October, I reckon we're going to have another Mac event next month.
Yay. That was actually excitement. I didn't mean it to sound like that.
It's another 3 o'clock morning. Anyway, that's why we love them, right?
That's right.
So yeah,
maybe if they could do, one from here, like so we don't have to get up at 3 a.m. and we could just be.
It might be worse. They might do the next one from New York, which means I've got to get up at 1.
Well, that's all right. You just stay up.
Yeah. No, oh yeah, there was another story. Yes, there was. That was the. Where did it go? Oh yeah, I know. Sorry, everybody. New apple.com. Go down to the bottom to where we get to the newsroom. So I'm apple.com newsroom. Don't need highlights from the keynote. Don't need that. Apple TV. There's the information about the health studies there.
Yep, we did that.
Yeah. But there were 3 stories that weren't there just a little while ago when I was looking.
Yep.
This is a message about iOS security. And this was from Apple on the September the 6th. This was Apple's official statement. Last week, Google published a blog about vulnerabilities that Apple fixed in iOS users in February. We've heard from customers who were concerned by some of the claims, and we want to make sure all of our customers have the facts. First, the sophisticated attack was narrowly focused, not a broad-based exploit of iPhones en masse as described. The attack affected fewer than a dozen websites that focus on content related to the Uyghur community, which is the Chinese Muslim community. Regardless of the scale of the attack, we take the safety and security of all users extremely seriously. Google's post, issued 6 months after iOS patches were released, creates the false impression of mass exploitation to monitor the private activities of entire populations in real time, stoking fear among all iPhone users that their devices had been compromised. This was never the case. Second, all evidence indicates that these websites attacks were only operational for a brief period, roughly 2 months, not 2 years as Google implies. We fixed the vulnerabilities in question in February, working extremely quickly to resolve the issue 10 days after we learned about it. When Google approached us, we were already in the process of fixing the exploited bugs. Security is a never-ending journey, and our customers can be confident we are working for them. iOS security is unmatched because we take end-to-end responsibility for the security of our hardware and the software. Our product security teams around the world are constantly iterating to introduce new protections and patch vulnerabilities as soon as they're found, and we will never stop our tireless work to keep our users safe. So, yeah. Whereas, why Google, we got no idea why Google went about that the way they did, whether it was something to try and, because I think we're getting a new Pixel phone in a week's time or 2 weeks' time, whether
Yeah.
they're trying to say the Apple phone and the Google phone are just as safe as each other,
Yep.
which
I don't know about
is
that.
definitely a load of codswallop. And
Well
I know
done.
Google are good, but I don't think they're anywhere near the standard of iOS security. I don't think,
Absolutely not.
not even close. So that was an important statement I think I needed to read out and let
Yep.
people know. And that was from apple.com, and you go to down the bottom of the page and you go to newsroom. About the news store, about the privacy protections. Yeah. Yeah, and there's plenty of information there about. So they've already updated the Apple announces 3 groundbreaking health studies. So they've updated it from the press release this morning. What else? That's it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a really eventful day for us.
Yeah. All right, now, sorry, I should have mentioned also that I missed someone last week. I'm just going to try and find out who it was again. Who did I say? Well, Willie Scratcham.
Yep.
Said it was a good rant last week, so obviously enjoyed the show.
Yep.
I think Tim is another one that was on, but I missed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Loyal watchers and listeners, both of them.
Yeah. So thank you. Thanks, Glenn, for popping in again. That's excellent.
Yes, thank you, Glenn. Made me laugh. That was great.
So thanks to athwebhosting.com.au, which I don't know whether Glenn was there for the ads or not. And thank you to everybody, our loyal listeners, the most important people. And over to you for the sign-off, sir.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, guys. Remember, it was an amazing day for us today. We had so much exciting news. And thanks for watching. Remember, an apple a day keeps the androids away. See you guys.